Hello everyone, I am Shampade, Assistant Professor of Philosophy, Muzaffar Ahmed Mahavidyalaya, West Bengal. My topic is Liberation or Samadhi in Yoga Philosophy through Ashtanga Yoga. Yoga philosophy is one of the 6 major orthodox schools of Indian philosophy. Ancient, medieval, and most modern literature often refers to the yoga philosophy simply as yoga. It is closely related to the Shankar school. The systematic studies to better oneself physically, mentally, and spiritually has influenced all other schools of Indian philosophy. The Yoga Sutra of Patanjali is a key text of the Yoga school of Indian philosophy. The benefits of Yoga philosophy is the 8 limbs of yoga. They are path for reaching to yoga or samadhi, liberation. The first 5 limbs leads to bodily perfections such as beauty, liveliness, strength, and thoughtness, while the last 3 limbs through Shangyog leads to mind and psychological perfection of perspectives, one's nature, mastery over egoism, discriminative knowledge of purity, self, and soul. This knowledge, once reached in essence status, Ashtanga or 8 limbs of yoga. Yoga, control factors, niyama, code of being, asana, posture, pranayama, control expansion of life force, pratyahar, internalization of externally terminated senses, dharana, assumption, dhyan, stream consciousness, and samadhi, all as one consciousness. Yamas are ethical rules which can be thought of as moral imperatives. The don'ts, the 5 yamas listed by Patanjali in Yoga Sutra: ahimsa, non-violence, non-harming other living beings; satya, truthfulness or non-falsehood; asteya, non-stealing; brahmacharya, chastity; morality, fidelity or sexual restraint; aparigraha, non-avarice, non-possessiveness. Patanjali states how and why each of the above self-restraint helps in an individual personal growth. Niyama. The second component of Patanjali's yoga path is niyama, which includes virtuous habits and observances. The do's: shaucha, purity, clearness of mind, speech of body; santosha, content, acceptance of others, acceptance of one's circumstances as they are in order to get past or change them; optimism for self. Tapaha, persistence, perseverance, austerity, asceticism, self-discipline. Shadhyaya, study of Vedas, study of self, self-reflection, introspection of self, thoughts, speech and actions. Ishwar Pranidhan, contemplation of Ishvara, God, Supreme Being or Brahman, true self or unchanging reality. These are the 5 niyamas. As with the yamas, Patanjali explained how and why each of the niyamas helps in personal growth. After niyam, asana. The meditation posture should be steady and comfortable. Asana is a posture that one can hold for a period of time, staying relaxed, steady, comfortable, and motionless. The Yoga Sutra does not list any specific asana. Any posture that causes pain or restlessness is not a yogic posture. Next, pranayama. Pranayama is the control of breath. From the Sanskrit prano, breath, and ayama, restraint. After the desired posture, pranayama, the practice of consciously regulating the breath, inhalation, the full pauses, exhalation, and the empty pauses. This is done in several ways, such as by inhaling and then suspending exhalation for a period, exhaling and then suspending the inhalation for a period, by slowing the inhalation and exhalation, or by consciously changing the timing and length of the breath, deep, short breathing. Pratyahar. Pratyahar is the combination of two Sanskrit words, prati, that means against or contra, and ahar, that means bring or near or fix. Pratyahara is drawing within one's awareness. It is a process of restricting to sensory experience from external object. It is a step of self-extraction and absorption. Pratyahara is not consciously closing one's eyes to the sensory world. It is consciously closing one's mind processes to the sensory world. Pratyahara empowers one to stop being controlled by the external world, fix one's attention to seek self-knowledge and experience the freedom innate in one's inner world. Dharana. Dharana means connection. Introspective focus on one pointedness of mind. The root of word is dhri, meaning to hold, maintain, keep. The mind is fixed on a mantra or one's breath, navel, tip of tongue, any place or an object one's want to observe, or a concept or idea in one's mind. Fixing the mind means one pointed focus without drifting of mind, without jumping from one topic to another. Dhyan. Dhyan literally means contemplation, reflection, and profound abstract meditation. Dhyan is literally related to dharana. One leads to other. Dharana is a state of mind. Dhyan is the process of mind. Dhyan is distinct from dharana in that the meditator becomes actively engaged with its focus. Patanjali defines contemplation as the mind process where the mind is fixed on something and when there is a course of uniform modification of knowledge. Next is Samadhi. Samadhi means putting together, joining, combining with union, harmonious, whole, trances. Samadhi is oneness with the subject of meditation. There is no distinction during the 8 limbs of yoga between the actor of meditation, the act of meditation, and the subject of meditation. Samadhi is that spiritual state when one's mind is so absorbed in whatever it is contemplating on that the mind loses the senses of its own identity. The thinker, the thought process, and the thought fuse with the subject of thought. There is only oneness Samadhi. Samadhi is the ultimate or highest stages of liberation. Samadhi is of two kinds. Sampragyata Samadhi, also called Savikalpa Samadhi and Sabiju Samadhi. Meditation with support of an object. It has 4 stages, namely Savichar, Savitarko, Sananda and Sasmi. And second is Asampragyata Samadhi, also called Nirvikalpa Samadhi and Nirbija Samadhi. Meditation without an object which leads to knowledge of Purusha or consciousness, the subtlest element. Thank you.